Guys, my video cut out of me, so I'm going to finish the video here. Um, but yeah, so ended up taking that picture with Jason Brous. Wasn't exactly the clearest picture in the world, but you can still make out faces decently. Ended up going to Red Horse Knives and got to talk with the owner. I think his name was Edward Kim. Got to talk with him for a little bit, and just bull crapped around with him for a little bit. His booth was really fun. All these people that I was meeting were really genuine people. It was really funny when somebody next to me that was looking at the bottle openers, they ended up putting it on their fingers like brass knuckles, and Ed just looked at him and was like, "How did you do that? That's black magic, blasphemy! Seriously, show me how did you do that? Because I don't know. What did you do?" He made brass knuckles for a bottle opener, and but seeing as brass knuckles are technically illegal, he can only sell it as brass knuckles. He can only sell it as a bottle opener, and so he made the big joke whenever somebody put on the bottle opener as brass knuckles, as is what they look like. But so yeah, just really fun guy. Got to take a decent picture with him and also with the other guy that was at the booth. I think he was the intern named Joe or something like that. But yeah, really nice guys. They said they'd be happy to customize anything, pretty much any way that you want it. I saw a couple of chisel edge knives. It wasn't exactly chisel grind knives, because a chisel grind I've found is a different thing, but it did have a chisel edge, and so they were saying that they'd be happy to regrind it or make a custom one-off exactly how I want with a standard V edge, and they'd be happy to do that without really any additional charge. If they do have a charge, it wouldn't really be that much because it's not that difficult for them, but yeah, just really awesome guys, and I enjoyed their booth. It was really fun talking to them. Got a couple of pictures of their knives. Let's see, who else did I talk to? Got to talk to Liang Ma. Didn't end up getting a picture with him, but I did look at a couple of his knives, and he's got some awesome works out now. I wanted to get the Ace, but then I stopped at Riadi and saw this, and I just couldn't pass this one up, particularly for the price. And then when I saw that it had ceramic bearings, I had to test those out. And this is a ceramic multi-row bearing, so it's not even just the standard bearings. Yeah, so ceramic multi-row bearings. Put a magnet up to these even to test it out. And yeah, it's definitely ceramic. But yeah, so when I saw the Liang Ma Ace, the Warrior 1, and his and also the new one, I can't remember exactly which one that one is or what it's called, but really nice knives, but I thought that this one I got a little bit more bang for my buck in the price range. But yeah, so I didn't go with that. Also, and since he was right there, then he was actually with Ferrum Forge at the time at their booth, so I ended up handling a couple of the Ferrum Forge knives, and those were really good. I definitely plan on buying a Ferrum Forge in the future when I can actually handle the cost. The only thing that made me kick myself in the head for buying this particular knife was when I stopped at the table of Alan Elishewitz. He had some absolutely amazing knives. And I saw this one particular knife. I didn't end up getting a picture of it, but it was it was amazing. Lightning strike carbon fiber with a copper wire in it. Completely smooth to the touch. No exposed wires anywhere. No, it's end up snagging your hand. Nothing like that. And it was full-on presentation side, lock side. All of it was carbon fiber. And it was really nice to look at. It had a really nice backspacer. I don't remember offhand what it was. It looked like it could have been like a copper backspacer, but it was something nice. May have just been like a bronze anodized titanium. I don't know exactly what it was, but $800, right in my price range, and I still would have had money to spare. I wish that I would have gotten that, but I would have had to stop at his booth first, and I didn't, and I got this instead. But so, yeah, that's the only thing that made me actually regret the Jason Browse purchase. But yeah, so one day I will own that knife, or a very close equivalent to it. Because it wasn't just any Allen Lishowitz that I was looking at. It was that exact one. That was basically the epitome of what I would have gotten had I known something like that existed in the price range that I could actually afford. But yeah, really awesome guy there as well. Really genuine. Was definitely willing to explain anything and everything. Explain how he basically stopped taking orders so that way he could, for one, catch up on the orders that he already had for like a 6-year backlog for all the people who were wanting knives. But at the same time, he'd also stop taking orders because he just wants to start making knives that he wants to make. And when you're taking custom orders, then you have to make what the customer wants, because the customer's always right. So therefore, you got to get what the customer wants. But yeah, so he's going to be making what he wants for a little bit, and then just putting it off through the dealers. And but the knife that I wanted, I actually didn't believe him for a second when he said that it was on washers, because it was smoother than like 90% of the bearing knives that I've handled before. It was just as drop down smooth as this. It was absolutely amazing. I can't even describe it really. It was just that impressive, and it felt very strong and sturdy in the hand. So I would be able to use it exactly as the knife is intended to be used, without any kind of problem. But yeah, so next year I will definitely be stopping by his booth first, if I haven't already gotten on a Lishowitz of my own from some other dealer. But yeah, I will definitely be looking into him a lot more in the future. Now let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, there's a couple of other fun stories, but yeah, that's the gist of my experience at Blade Show, and it'll seriously take an act of God in order to keep me out of Blade Show next year, and the year after, and basically every year following. It'll seriously take an act of God to keep me out of there. But so, that's basically all I've got, and as always, YouTube, stay safe.